Fabulites, can you hear me? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I got a question for you. At least one or two. What opens with Evelyn and Shanice at a photo shoot and closes with Miss Tammy going off after hearing some hearsay about something that Jackie said? If you guess Basketball Wives season 6 episode 2, and they have collapsed. I hear rumors now, or I get word now that it's just basketball wives throughout the country, the world, because we got a basketball wife. Well, she's not a wife, but she qualifies for basketball wives. Her man is in the Ukraine. So hey, this is Basketball Wives the World. I'm Angela. The channel is Be Fabulous You, all one word. You can find me on Facebook and Twitter as Be Fabulous You, and I think Instagram too, although I'm not active on Instagram these days. But check me out. Let me know what your social media links are. Like, comment, subscribe, and sit back and relax and enjoy my review, my commentary on Basketball Wives. How you doing today? All right. So, okay, we're gonna turn this heat down a little bit. I think it's warmed up a little bit. Oh, I might be able to go walking. Okay, this is exciting. So again, we open up with the photo shoot with Ev and her daughter Shanice. I think it's Shanice. And she's telling her daughter about Shawnee's birthday party, and about how she felt attacked. Evelyn felt attacked at Shawnee's birthday party, and her daughter is like, what? How you gonna feel attacked? Shawnee was there, right? And Evelyn is like, yeah, but you know, she's in the middle. And I'm like, call it out, Shawnee. With friends like that, that's a theme. It's not a theme in the real world, I don't think, but certainly in these people's world, with friends like that. But anyway, I thought that was funny. And Evelyn says that she feels that she passed the test because I don't think I mentioned it, but if you saw the show, you know that when after, you know, she kind of dealt with Jackie coming, talking to her at the 70s party and feeling Jackie expressing that she was upset that Evelyn had donated to her daughter's GoFundMe account, and sort of felt that Jackie was saying that Evelyn was Evelyn was saying that Jackie was a bad mother because she was donating to help, because Evelyn was donating money to help Jackie's grandchild. And she diffused that situation. She dealt with the situation. They hugged it out, and then she had to deal with yet another, you know, person coming at her, and this person was Tammy. And Tammy, you know, they sat down and they got mediation by Shawnee, who's in the middle, so it's good for her to be in the middle if she gonna mediate. And you know, when it was clear to Miss Evelyn that that situation was not going to be able to be resolved amicably, she got up and left. So she passed the test. Okay, the next scene we have is Jackie in a restaurant with Elena and Tammy. Now, is Elena the woman who was her hoe at the party? The party was confusing to me because it only looked like it was about 5-6 people there, and I think they were all the people from Basketball Wives, and some of them I didn't even know they were there. So Elena, I didn't realize she was going to come back around, but I think she was Jackie's hoe. You might remember that Jackie was dressed as a pimp, and she was like, look at who's my hoe, and it was kind of like, do I know her? Do I know you, hoe? And Elena describes herself as clatchet. That means she's classy and ratchet combined. And she's also known on these streets, you know, on these ballless streets as Persia. So, you know, I don't know, was that shade for Jackie to have her dress up as a hoe and she went along with it? I don't know. Was she dressing up? You know, I'm not a hoe, but I play one on TV. But was she just, I don't know. I don't know her, so let me not joke about her. And it seems to me, now I might have misunderstood, but it seems to me that Evelyn said that, that Tammy said that Evelyn called Jackie a despicable mom. And I don't know why Tammy is mixed up in this mess. To me, you know, as an outsider looking in, it looks like Tammy is trying to keep drama up around Evelyn and keep Evelyn under attack. And I think that the way it looks to me is kind of like, since Jackie is kind of kooky and unpredictable and crazy, I'm thinking that Tammy is thinking that if she can get her to stay mad at Evelyn, it can be a lot of mess and chaos and confusion around Evelyn, because Jackie seems like she has the capacity to be messy. I mean, I'm just saying. But you know, that whole thing kind of confused me, because I'm kind of like, anyway, if the woman didn't know that the woman had called her despicable, far be it for me to get somebody mad. I don't know. So, you know, and I'm like, did she call her despicable? So okay, then the next scene, we meet a lady named Bonnie Jill. She's meeting up with Shawnee. So I think that she's going to be a main character on this show. She is the first woman scout for the NBA. She's a white woman. She's dating a black baller named, I don't know his name, and I don't know, I'm not into sports so much, so is he a big player or something? I don't know. But she says that she says she don't really want to get married. She don't want to see she don't want to see somebody every day. She want to see him when she want to see him. If she was married, she had to see him every day. And, you know, so she's kind of like an anti-basketball wife. She, you know, as it goes on, she doesn't want to have children. She doesn't want to get married. So all of the things that it seems like all of the main characters or our previous characters are like hungry for and striving for and working hard for, she presents herself as, whatever. So she has no biological clock that's ticking and pressuring her, and no gold digger shovel that's pressuring her. But her main pressure is that she wants to own a professional sports team. So in theory, you know, I love that type of woman. You know, I'm a graduate of an all-women's college. Yes, girl, yes. Okay, so then we have she's really into animals too. She's really into animals. So then we have Jackie and Doug, and the main point of this is that Jackie is acting like she wants to talk to her daughter, Shani. Look, Shani and Shawnee, that's very close. Is her daughter's name Shani? Shani's baby's daddy in Ukraine, his name is Stacy. And she wants to talk to him. Basically, I think that she's expressing that she feels anxious that her daughter is having a baby without being married. And so she really wants to talk to this man to see what his intentions are and to try to pressure him into marrying her daughter. And Doug, Jackie's husband, is like, well, I want to stay out of it. I want us to stay out of it. And Jackie is like, well, I want him to get married. You know, that's my future son-in-law. Doug is like, we don't know what that man's intentions are. Let pregnant baby girl handle her business. Let's stay out of it. And Jackie is like, you know, and then the next thing we know, she's on the phone to the Ukraine. She has Googled one word of Ukrainian. I don't know the language. And I don't know if she's mispronouncing it, but the person on the other line who's in the Ukraine does not seem to understand what she is saying when she uses that one word. But also, one word does not a strategy make. You can't have a conversation with just one word, boo. You got to have a better plan than that. So, but anyway, and the plan is bull. Anyway, I think she's just playing for the cameras and acting, you know, foolish and silly and kooky, you know, just for the cameras. And this is not related to this, but I was thinking the same thing about Potomac, the character that's supposed to be the poor girl, Robin. By her bringing the half-open bottle of alcohol to, you know, the hookah party, is kind, or not half-open, but opened and half-used bottle. It's kind of like playing into this, this characterization, you know, of her being poor. You know, I think she's just playing her role. Okay. So she calls the Ukraine. She don't get through. She don't get to talk to the man and about, you know, marrying her daughter. You know, I have some thoughts about that, but I might not be able to articulate them quickly enough. So I'm just going to leave that alone. But Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm just giving y'all a recap of what happened in this episode of Basketball Wives season 6 episode 2. Okay, so then we have a scene with Evelyn and Bonnie Jill. It's a animal rescue type situation that Bonnie Jill has brought Evelyn to, and Jackie joins in later, and she wants them to use their high profiles in order to help these animals. You know, these animals out here on the streets, some of them need rescuing. Bonnie Jill is passionate about the rescuing of animals. So she wants that to happen. So that's what's going on the surface. The main reason that this scene happened is to advance the drama between the drama in the season. So Tammy, it seems that Tammy is talking to Jackie more about Evelyn and how bad Evelyn is, and how Jackie should be mad about whatever, but just mad at Evelyn. Just stay mad at Ev. Jackie, that's what it sounds to me like Tammy is basically saying. And I think the funniest part was and they ended up eating dog food. Ew. But the funniest part to me is when Jackie says that her mind is combobulated. Not discombobulated. That's what the rest of us say. I'm discombobulated, but her mind is combobulated. So anyway, I thought that was funny. Okay, so on to the next thing. Woo, it's hot in here. Yes, baby. Yes, it's hot. We see Elena and Nick Young's anti-side piece. She says she's not his side piece. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, boo. But they were both at Shawnee's birthday party. I don't remember seeing the anti-Nick Young side piece, the little chocolate girl or the chocolate woman. You know, apparently they were both there. And we see Elena, who is the one that is Clatchit that we met earlier in the episode, who's known as Persia. You know, she's saying she really liked Nick Young's side piece, and she's talking about how Elena's talking about how she doesn't have a title. You know, she's with a man, but she doesn't have a title, and it's not her man, but in a way it's her man, and that she has a situationship. And she said, and then she says that, I was texting, Nick Young, and Nick Young, of course, is the other woman's, the one that she has, a history with. And, she like, well, you were texting the anti-side piece is like, were you were texting him, or were you, basically she like, were you texting him, or were y'all texting, or were y'all fucking? I mean, I don't understand what you're saying. I don't even understand why what are you talking about? And Elena is like, well, no, we were just texting. It was 5 or 6 years ago. Y'all weren't involved. And side piece is like, we weren't involved. I was pregnant at that time. So were y'all, texting or fucking? And the other little girl, Elena is like, well, we were just texting. And, anti-side piece is like, well, shoot, you know how many millions of girls, women, people he texts? You think he remembers you? Anti-side piece is like, no, I don't think he remembers me when we see each other. Or she doesn't say he don't remember me, but she says when we see each other at parties, we don't acknowledge each other. Anti-side piece is like, okay, well, then we don't need to talk about it. You told me you text them. I don't know why you told me you text them, but okay, let's move on. I don't, I'm really not feeling this conversation. And the child, Elena, well, I just wanted you to know we just text. We text. And I don't know. It seemed like she was trying to make a big deal. To me, it seemed like it too, like she was trying to make a big deal, or like maybe it was a big deal for her. Because I imagine when you're trying to get into these baller circles, it's like, any contact is like you're adjacent. Like you might not be a one night stand, but you might be one night stand adjacent. If somebody is texting you, you might be on your way on the road up the ladder of being, a one night stand, to being a regular side piece, to being a baby mama and or girlfriend, to being a wife. You on the path. So maybe she was just excited and wanted to share it with her, or maybe she was trying to stir up drama. So homegirl anti-side piece is like, I don't know if she's lying and they did more, or if she's trying to test my limits. But either way, I'm not feeling her. And now I'm getting irritated You brought him up. You said it. But, oh, that's what I was saying. But she says, anti-side piece says she's getting irritated and she really don't want to be associated with Nick Young. And I'm like, or with, you know, the guy, or she don't want to talk about him. But I'm like, when y'all were doing your introductions and getting to know each other, you know, you did bring up his name. So that might just be something to be aware of. Sometimes we say we don't want to be bothered with something, or we don't want to be associated with something, or we want to move on from something, but we haven't moved on because, you know, we're still talking about it. We're still thinking about it. We're still putting it out there for conversation. So, you know, just a little, you know, tip, you know, if you don't want to, you know, talk about it, then talk about him, then don't talk about him. And it's probably hard because you're probably still dealing with it. I just found it's recent enough in my memory for me to remember, and you know, I don't know, you know, this is some, so I know it's way more recent for you, you know, more intimate. Y'all still have kids together. So then the next thing we have is, so that's setting up some potential conflict between these two women, young women. We see Jackie in her car. She's on the phone with Doug, and Chantel is in labor. And that whole scene with Jackie is so silly. It's like something from Lucille Ball. What was her show called? The Lucille Ball Show. But it's just like the foolishness. I mean, she know the man can't keep the girl from having the baby, but she's hilarious in a way. She's hilarious in kind of an annoying way. But she says she got to catch a plane, catch an eagle, catch a car, drive. She got to get to, is it Sacramento? Where they at? She got to get to where her baby is, even if she got to take off running down the highway. And she tells her husband to make her hold it till I get there. Silly. That's that scene. Then we see Evelyn with her sister. She's on her 3rd IVF cycle. Hey, boo-boo. So she's had these miscarriages. And she says she feels that something is missing. And so she doesn't want, you know, she feels like, you know, she just wants to continue to try as long as the money is there to keep trying. She says she's not 20, even though she may look it. I thought that was funny. And they're drinking wine. They, you know, they toasting and hanging out. And I guess she has a glass of wine a day to help her stay relaxed and, you know, try to keep it loose and goosey so she could try to get pregnant and not be stressed. So that's that, you know. And her sister is one who gives her the shots and is her support system. Then we see Chantel. Chantel has had her baby, and she's coming home to her mama Jackie and her brother Dougie from the hospital. They're coming home from the hospital with the baby. And her daughter Sanaya. Oh, that's the baby. She seemed, you know, it seems like a sweet little scene. And they're on cloud 9. But, you know, I guess for those of us who follow a little bit of gossip like me, don't tell anybody. But, you know, at the top of the deck, everything seems sweet. But, like, you know, I study tarot. And one of the things that someone taught me is, like, you know, you can pull the card from the top of the deck, but there's also great insight at looking at what's on the bottom of the deck. That's what's unsaid. That's what's hidden. That's what's pushed down and, you know, what we want to suppress. And so it's kind of like we're seeing this happy, light-skinned, you know, beautiful, you know, new mommy with a baller. You know, the only thing that could make this scene better is if she was married in some people's mind. But on the other side of the deck is at the bottom of the deck is the dark-skinned daughter that mama thought was too fat. You know, so I think it's interesting. Someone said, well, they're not going to mention on Basketball Wives the other baby. But every time I see the one baby, I think about the other baby. So it's like she's a shadow character in the show to me. You know, does that make sense? You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the words that's coming out of my mouth? Okay. So then the next scene we have Bonnie, Jill, Tammy, and Shawnee. Bonnie asserts again that she's really weird about marriage. Jackie and Evelyn are back together. Oh, so Bonnie Jill carries the bone from when she supposedly was getting the Jackie and Tammy together to, you know, do dog missionary work. But she basically carries the not Tam. Okay, so Evelyn and Jackie got together with Bonnie Jill to do this dog missionary work. Evelyn and Jackie, they kind of made up. You know, Jackie says she couldn't read the link that Tammy had sent her. And you know, Evelyn is basically like, Tammy is crazy, you know, she trying to stir up trouble. And Jackie is basically like, yeah, Tammy is crazy or whatever. But anyway, word gets back to Tammy through Bonnie Jill. Bonnie Jill is carrying the bone. Look, I done got that expression, bone carrier, and I'm carrying that to I'm just using it to death. But Bonnie Jill has carried that bone back to Tammy, and Tammy goes off. And it's kind of like she's going off on hearsay. Did they roll the tape back to her? Did she see what exactly was said? Because she's like, if she thinks I'm crazy, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? To me, I couldn't really follow all of what was being said, because it was like she just lit up. So she got so hot. But it seemed like it was based on, I don't feel like she was overreacting to having half a story. So, you know, it's like she got a bone and she thought she had a full ham, or, you know, how does this meat thing work? She got a bone, dried up piece of bone, and she thought she had a full rack of lamb with, rack of ribs with sauce and everything. And she just went in. All right. So that was the end of it. And I can tell you this, the thing that I am most looking forward to on next episode is there's this scene from the previews where they had Tammy in like a, you know, one of those little woolen caps, the ones that are real tight. They have a name, but the ones that fit your head real tight that you wear in the winter and they can go over your ears, a beanie. What are they called? And she has two loose braids coming out of her hat, and they look so cute and natural. I'm like, that is so cute. I want to see more. Anyway, y'all, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing and being here. It's a wonderful day. You're a wonderful you. Enjoy your life, boo-boo. Be you. Be fabulous. Be fabulous. You.